Gary Thorne is the voice for the Orioles, play-by-play. He joins us now. Gary, you ever had a situation like this?
No. I hope I never have it again.
But
no, it's going to be a ball game. It will be played, and the whole thing will just be surreal. And I think it's in large part, for the players and inside the yard, it's just going to be kind of played by ear as far as what it's going to look like. And do you run the scoreboard, and do you have any music when the guys come to the plate? I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. And it'll probably just see how it feels and do it or not do it.
How does it change your game plan as a play-by-play voice?
Trying desperately not to have one. I really just want to call a game. I think once it gets going for the players, I don't think they'll have much trouble at all. They'll play. They'll get locked into the game, the competition of it. And I hope that's the way it is for the broadcast, that we do the game in silence. But I don't see why we do anything different.
Do you agree with the call by baseball to not let the crowd come in?
I'm kind of ambivalent, Dan, about that. I think it would have been nice for the fans to be able to come to a day game for the old reasons we always talk about, a sense of normalcy and something that they're used to seeing and something to do, and you kind of feel like, hey, maybe we're okay and we're going to be all right here. I think that would have been nice, but at the same time, the number one concern is safety. And do you put people at risk by bringing a large gathering, and it would have been large, for the ballpark, and creating a space where those who have decided to go outside, the normal protest and to do things that are criminal and violent, you give them a place to gather. And so I think what baseball did was it took the safe route, and you can't argue with that.
What were you thinking as you're calling the game the other night and you realize what's going on outside the stadium? Hey, can you let that enter in your thought process while doing a game?
Well, you can't not. I mean, we're sitting there doing the game. We have a big monitor behind us that we use, in the booth. We've got it on the local news, and we're watching. And the whole thing's just so sad. I mean, on the one part, you're concerned what's going to happen here at the ballpark. Is there going to be more problems? Will there be more people coming looking for trouble? And then on the other hand, you're like, damn, this is a good city. There are good people. There are legitimate concerns that the protesters are trying to get out there and get into a discussion again. And now we got this going on. And so you're just like, you're just sad. You're sad, you're angry, you're upset. And in front of you is a ball game that you got to broadcast, and then hope you can get out. So all of that ran through all of us, I think, involved in the game.
Did you worry about your safety?
No, something I didn't, Dan. I didn't. I don't know why, but I wasn't concerned. In fact, I'm downtown. That's where I live here during the season. And I was out, not in the areas where there were, fires and conflicts going on, but I was out and I was talking to people on the street and just trying to see how people felt, what they were doing, what their plans were. But I didn't feel unsafe. No.
You imagine if it comes down to a game-winning home run by the Orioles today, where you sort of rely on that natural sound with the crowd, and you're, like the crowd can amp you up too as you're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's 2 down, and we're down to our last at bat, and here's the dive, and it's going. And we're going to be able to. We're going to be able to hear the ball hit the seats out there. You're going to hear conversations on first base between a runner and the first baseman.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't. So we were kidding this morning, and my producer was saying, "Do you have the Augusta voice going for the Masters?" And he steps to the plate. It's the ninth inning.
It's going to be louder in a library, Gary, than it will be there, right?
going to be louder in our booth than it's going to be on the field. I don't know. Look, I'll just do what comes naturally at the moment and let the thing play out, and we'll see what it sounds like.
Well, good to visit with you, Gary. Be safe.
Always.
Have fun today.
Thank you.
All right. That's Gary Thorne, the Orioles play-by-play voice.